Hey guys, welcome to PCube, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians. Today we are gonna enter the world of Billy Joel. Honestly, he is probably one of my favorite songwriters slash composers of today. I love a lot of his songs. I love his style of composing a lot. And up until I think a couple years ago, I didn't know he also composed a little bit for like classical piano or like pieces that are mainly like not that much pop, the pop genre. I feel like you can see the complexity and like the genius of his songwriter and composing even in these songs, and I would be so happy to start it today. We're gonna start with one of my favorites, so that means I've heard this song. She's always a woman to me, but I am so open to explore more of his songs, especially lesser known songs or composition. Maybe we can listen to like a piano composition sometime. So if you guys are on board, please let us know in the comment section. So yeah, as I said, I love this song so much. I love the harmonies, but also I love the arrangement of this song. You'll see. Maybe you've heard it, I'm not sure, but if not, I feel like you're gonna love it a lot. I love how it starts with like the harmony progression, and it goes on the same kind of progression and it repeats in different verses, but the arrangement changes in the piano. It kind of gives me a little bit of a theme and variation vibe. When you're playing a theme and then you kind of change and like add different elements, but the general idea is the same. So anyway, I would say let's go ahead and start listening to this one. This is the official audio version.
She can kill with a smile, she can wound with her eyes, and she can ruin your faith with her casual lies. And she only reveals what she wants you to see. She hides like a child, but she's always a woman to me. She can lead you to love, she can take you or leave you. She can ask for the truth, but she'll never believe. And she'll take what you give her as long as it's free. Yeah, she steals like a thief, but she's always a woman to me.
So let's just wait here. This is kind of like two verses. I want to hear more from you, because I think, is it new for you?
Yeah, definitely. I'd never heard it. And I also have to say that the person who arranged this, or, the composer of this song, it's really obvious that they were familiar with classical music, or they already, had something to do with classical music, because you can really feel it. The way of the phrasing, the sentences, the melody that the singer is singing with, you can really see the typical, like not typical, but the kind of like the techniques that you use for making a sentence in classical music. And I have to say that I was very curious before we listened to it, because you said there are so many cool harmonies and beautiful harmonies, and I have to really agree with that, because sometimes that you don't expect, something in the background changes, the harmony changes, and you're like, it's so beautiful. Yeah.
All right, here we go today.
Always a woman to me. Oh, she takes care of herself. She can wait if she wants. She's ahead of her time.
Let me just pause for a second. I can't. Okay, I know this is gonna sound so. Listen to the bass that is going stepwise down, and then but it's going in a sequence. I'm gonna go back to the same section so we don't break the flow of this part. But I just couldn't wait to to point it out. It's like, I don't know what. One of them was this, but I think it starts. I think it's in E flat major, if I'm not mistaken, and then it's from B flat. and it's going stepwise down in a sequence. It's so beautiful. Okay, listen to that, and I'm gonna
try to listen.
Yeah,
because I was listening to the flute that was added, and it was so beautiful with the same melody with the same
yeah. Okay, let's go to the same section, and we're gonna listen to the whole thing.
Thief, but she's always a woman to me. Oh, she takes care of herself. She can wait if she wants. She's ahead of her time. Oh, and she never gives out, and she never gives in. She just changes her mind, and she'll promise you more than the Garden of Eden. Then she'll carelessly cut you and laugh while you're bleeding. But you'll bring out the best and the worst you can be. Blame it all on yourself, 'cause she's always a woman to me.
So here, this is like the second part, and that is because I loved. Did you hear the bass line?
Yes.
And I listened to the flute, as you said.
Yeah. As you said, told me to listen to the bass, I started to listen more to the layers of the song, and how what does it reminds me of, and I think it's on purpose, especially when he is familiar with classical music. I think it was really on purpose. It really reminds me of a trio sonata. The structure, it's a way of composing a piece, and it was used mostly in Baroque era in classical music. And you hear 4 lines. I mean, the melody is like three lines of melody, but the 4 instruments are playing it. So it's basically like you have a bass line, which is played with the left hand of the keyboard player, which would be supported by like a instrument that can play melody, a very bass instrument. But basically you hear just a bass line, so it's the melody is the same. In contrast to that, you hear 1 or 2 like melody lines, like a soprano melody, so very high pitched melody lines, which is here like it's the flute and the singer. A couple of like chords or like arpeggios or something like that is going to fill up this gap between the bass line and the high pitch line, which is all these guitar things, like all the things that you can hear. So it really reminds me of that, and I guess it was really on purpose.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. All right, here we go to the next section.
'Cause she's always a woman to me. Herself. She can wait if she wants. She's ahead of her time. Oh, and she never gives out, and she never gives in. She just changes her mind. She is frequently kind, and she's suddenly cruel. But she can do as she pleases, she's nobody's fool. And she can't be convicted, she's earned her degree. And the most she will do is throw shadows at you, but she's always a woman to me.
Oh my God,
very beautiful.
it's very pretty. It's Like I think I've said that so many times, but being like having a shorter song, like writing a shorter song, in my opinion, in a way is harder because you have to be able to like drag the listener to the whole story. I mean, I know you can write a short song that is also very like just too simple and then it's just nothing. I'm not talking about the quality, but I'm just saying writing a short song that also drags you in that like story. I feel like it should be a little harder because you have like a shorter amount of time to like to finish your story. I don't know if that makes sense, but so always these short songs like the Beatles songs I will listen to and Billy Joel, and then a couple other songs. Like I remember we listened to Home Free, like that was a cover of another country song. Like they're just like 3 minutes, and it always amazes me that like in that 3 minutes I'm already in a different world and back, because it's just from the first moment it just drags you in. So that's so cool to think about.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's like having less instrument. If you want to compose or write some music, it's always harder to write a good or a better music with less instruments. It's so much more complicated. Even for one instrument solo is more hard to write something that is really beautiful and it's so like not simple or something, than like a big kind of instruments that you can just give one like long note to a complete section and another and then make a beautiful harmony or something. But it's really actually also harder with the amount of the instruments.
I also really love the lyrics, honestly, because it always reminds me, now that we listen to the Beatles, like Here, There and Everywhere, it kind of, I think they're not saying the same thing. Obviously he's talking about like basically accepting or like not criticizing the partners or his loves flaws or whatever, and then he's emphasizing on her strength and everything. But again, it reminds me of the other song actually that he was talking about also, that part of love that is already matured. So it's not the first phase that you just meet and there's all like these passions and all these like high emotions of, oh, like I don't know, like I think we talked about it in that video extensively, so I'm not gonna repeat that. But again, even though the theme and the topics or the things they talk about is different, he was talking about how he needs to like constantly think about her and like he cannot get her out of her mind. Obviously he's talking about something else, but again, it reminds me of the same stage of love or relationship that is just like that passion is not gone, but also it's calmed down a little bit. So like maybe if you've been married for like 10 years, that's when you sing this song. It kind of reminds me of that, but I find the lyrics very beautiful. The music part of it was super flowy. I feel like from the first moment that you start listening, it felt like something started and there's no rest and it's going, but at the same time there's no rush. It more feels like a dance, like a waltz, that the song starts and you just keep dancing and dancing until the song ends. You don't get that much of a break. So the arrangement of especially the piano part really felt like that. Even when he was just playing the chords, just going from one chord to the other chord, it still had that flow in it. And I love that he was also doing that in his singing as well. It didn't feel like, okay, we're just section. There was not a lot of big like separations between the section, and I love that because it just feels like it's very easy on the ears, I guess, if that makes sense. But I mean, it's very nice to hear because it feels like a river in the background that is just going and never stop. Yeah, so I'm so happy that we actually did that because I love a lot of his works, but at the same time I feel like as much as I love his works, I'm not that familiar with like as much as I want to, so we would love to explore more. And I know that you said you liked him too, so we can definitely explore more of his songs. Maybe I would love to do, I mean, we can probably do like a little bit of his like more well-known songs, but I also want to explore maybe the lesser known of his compositions. So if you guys want us to do so, please let us know in the comments. Please also don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you want to support us more, there's a buy me a coffee link in the description. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.